He's barely over a month old into his new job, but new African Union Chair Mahamat Musa Faki's in-tray is already piling up, ending the 3-year-old South Sudan conflict, seemingly his biggest challenge yet. These are activists, religious leaders, and experts drawn from South Sudan. They want the African Union to urgently step in and help resolve the crisis.
Among our demands that we table before them, one is an immediate call for ceasefire, because we see that without ceasefire, you can't improve the humanitarian situation, you can't improve the economy, you can't go for any political processes. So you need to see ceasefire. That's one other thing. The second thing that also it is to follow up on the recent AU summit, head of state summit, joint communique, where it calls IGAD, AU, and UN have to coordinate their efforts in finding solutions to South Sudan. So we're here to advocate that such communique is a very good communique, but we need them to move beyond ink on paper.
Previous attempts by the AU and regional body IGAD have been unsuccessful. A 2015 peace agreement between President Kiir and former Vice President turned rebel leader Riek Machar has largely been disregarded by both sides. Among the recommendations in that agreement was that the AU would create a criminal court to try people alleged to have committed war crimes and gross human rights violations. But progress has been slow. Fighting continues in parts of the country. Thousands of people are fleeing their homes. Uganda and Ethiopia bearing the brunt of the refugees.
But we have not yet reached the point of thinking as South Sudanese. That will take time. And for my own assessment, it will be by the year 2045 when we reach that point. Therefore, anybody like me above 50 years old should really think of retirement and help the younger generation to fulfill that vision in their time.
The US wants the UN Security Council to impose more sanctions and an arms embargo on South Sudan. In 2015, 6 generals, 3 from each side of the conflict, were slapped with targeted sanctions. The delegation, however, thinks otherwise.
If you leave it to the political leaders, they don't agree because they have now descended from liberators to self-seeking political leaders for themselves and their families. And therefore, I think we need to be assisted, maybe to transit this point.
A recent move by President Salva Kiir to appoint 3 of his political rivals to the National Dialogue Committee is designed to calm tensions. The Joint Monitoring and Evaluation Committee tasked with supervising the peace process is warning that the ongoing famine could undermine the peace process, with food shortages and increasing hunger being the major threats in the country. Commercial banks, also said to be running out of cash, are making an already difficult situation even tougher. Coletta Wanjohi for CGTN in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.